Jared Butler, a true star, 22 points and 7 assists. He's the first player with 20-plus points and 7-plus assists in a men's national title game, wait for it, since Carmelo Anthony at Syracuse in 2003.
Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Like always, we will discuss influencers, basketballers, and more, especially about their lifestyle, net worth, and much more. I hope you enjoy this video. No more waiting, let's do it. We'll be talking about Jared Butler's lifestyle and net worth. Jared Butler was born August 25th in the year 2000. He is an American college basketball player for the Baylor Bears of the Big 12 Conference. As a junior in 2021, he was named a consensus first-team All-American and helped lead the Bears to a national championship. Butler was named the Final Four Most Outstanding Player MOP. This is an absolutely outstanding title to have, and Jared Butler really deserves it. Butler is the son of Richard and Wanea Butler. By the time he was 11 years old, he was competing in out-of-state basketball tournaments. Butler grew up in Reserve, Louisiana, and attended Riverside Academy, where he joined the school's varsity basketball team as an 8th grader. This is where his career began, and we all know how amazing it has been for him. As a junior, he averaged 20.4 points and 6.7 assists and was named first-team All-State. As you can see, Butler already begun showing signs of being a professional basketball player later on. Butler averaged 27.4 points, 8.8 rebounds, 8.4 assists, and 3.0 steals during his senior season and was again named first-team All-State as well as Player of the Year by the Times-Picayune. Rated a 4-star prospect, Butler committed to play college basketball at Alabama over offers from Virginia and Baylor. He picked the Crimson Tide because he was confused why Baylor was not recruiting him harder despite his coach Tim Bird being friends with Bears coach Scott Drew. The Bears were short on scholarships and long on guards. Butler enrolled at Alabama but did not participate in the team's summer workouts and requested an unconditional release from his letter of intent in order to transfer to Baylor University. Alabama released him from his commitment in August. A scholarship had opened up at Baylor due to the early retirement of Jake Lindsey. This opened up a window of opportunity and Jared Butler took it.
I'm a competitor, I'm fearless, I'm passionate, I like to win a lot. So when you see me, just know I'm all about winning. I'm all about competing, so that's it.
So they can expect competition, passion, in every game this season.
Every game, relentless, TTG, train to go.
Butler was eligible to play immediately after transferring due to his release. He averaged 10.2 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.7 assists as a true freshman and was named honorable mention All Big 12 Conference and to the league's all-freshman team. Butler was named the Big 12 Newcomer of the Week on February 25th, 2019 after averaging 14.5 points, 4.5 assists, and 4.0 rebounds in conference games against Iowa State and West Virginia. Butler was named the 98th best collegiate basketball player going into the 2019 to 2020 season by CBS Sports. On November 5th, 2019, Butler scored 30 points and made a career-high 8 3-pointers in a 105-61 win over Central Arkansas. He was named the MVP of the 2019 Myrtle Beach Invitational and the Big 12 Player of the Week after averaging 17.7 points, 3.7 assists, and 2.7 steals over 3 games as the Bears won the tournament. On January 11, 2020, Butler scored 22 points as Baylor defeated Kansas for its first win ever at the Phog Hallen Fieldhouse. As a result, he earned his second Big 12 Player of the Week honors on January 13th. On February 3rd, he was added to the revised 20-man Wooden Award watch list and was named one of the 10 finalists for the Bob Cousy Award. At the conclusion of the regular season, Butler was named first-team All-Big 12 and a third-team All-American by the Associated Press, USBWA, NABC, and Sporting News after averaging 16.0 points, 3.2 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 1.6 steals per game. Following the season, Butler declared for the 2020 NBA Draft. On August 3rd, he announced he was withdrawing from the draft and returning to Baylor. Coming into his junior season, Butler was named preseason Big 12 Player of the Year. When Gonzaga went to a zone defense late in the first half of Monday night's national title game and cut Baylor's lead to just 10 points entering halftime, it appeared the Bulldogs might have found the key to slowing the Bears' prolific offense attack. The Bulldogs doubled down on the approach to begin the second half, and that's when Jared Butler did what he came back to college basketball to do. Butler talked to 20 NBA teams while weighing whether to return to Baylor for the 2020-21 season, and he could be collecting a professional paycheck somewhere right now. But there was something on his mind that weighed in on the decision. As he explained when he announced his return, it was unfinished business that prompted his return. "Baylor, I'm coming back," Butler said this summer. "Let's go win a national championship." Those were the words he said, and this is going to be an interesting outcome.
College basketball, I think that's like one of my biggest dreams, is to play in college basketball and just enjoy the moments that happen and like the bond I get with my teammates and the coaches, so things like that.
Jared Butler, I'm gonna let you describe yourself in 3 words.
3 words. Outside of basketball, like?
Outside of basketball.
All right, I'm cool, like I'm cool, genuine, and I'm like relaxed, I think, yeah.
Cool, genuine, and relaxed. Okay.
With Gonzaga attempting to mount what would have been the largest comeback in national championship game history, Butler began to finish that business. The junior guard drilled 2 3-pointers in the first 61 seconds of the second half to re-establish Baylor's momentum and put a quick end to Gonzaga's zone experiment. His 6-point flurry put the Zags back on their heels and sparked a strong finish to the second half in Baylor's 86-70 victory that made Butler a man of his word and a man of legend on the Baylor campus. Baylor would have been a good team even without Butler, as fellow backcourt mates Davison Mitchell and Mikal Teague both took strides this season to help form college basketball's best trio of guards. But without his surgical precision and Baylor's pair of Final Four games, the program's first ever national title would have been slog. Butler turned it into smooth sailing. First, he scored 17 points in the first 16 minutes of Saturday's 78-59 dismantling of Houston. Then on Monday, he hit 6 of his first 8 shots to help Baylor dissect a Gonzaga team that would have been considered an all-time great if they had pulled off a victory Monday night. Those back-to-back clutch performances are why he was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. They are why he returned to college basketball and why he'll be immortalized in Waco, Texas. This place has been a second home for me since I stepped foot on campus, he said when announcing his decision to return. I've built relationships that will last a lifetime. Last season at Baylor was the most incredible experience of my basketball career. Going to battle night in and night out with my brothers and climbing all the way to #1 in the country, it was truly unforgettable. But then our season was cut short. We didn't get the chance to finish what we started. 8 months later, the job is done, largely because Butler willed his words into reality. Ever a moment I didn't believe? I don't think so, Butler said. I think when we all decided to come back, I was like, yeah, we definitely have a chance to be the best team ever at Baylor. The best team, first team, to make it to the Final Four. When you have a goal for that long, we all knew the goal, like everybody knew the mission, and I think everybody sacrificed for it. And I think that's why we're here today, and I'm so glad everybody came back. As Butler joined Alabama, he committed to play for the Alabama team over offers from Virginia and Baylor. He chose Crimson Tide as he was confused about the Baylor not recruiting him, even though his coach Tim Bird was Scott Drew's, the Bears coach's, friend. Though Butler enrolled at Alabama, he did not participate in the team's summer workouts and requested an unconditional release so he could transfer to Baylor University. After his admission to Baylor University, he was eligible to play immediately after his transfer and averaged 10.2 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.7 assists as a true freshman. On November 5th, 2019, Butler scored 30 points and made a career-high 3-pointers as a result of a 105-6 win over Central Arkansas. On January 11th, 2020, Butler scored 22 points. As a result, Kansas was defeated by Baylor for the first time ever. And in 2021, Butler won the consensus first-team All-American title for himself. In the recent buzz, it was mentioned that the Baylor trio, which is Jared Butler, Mikal Teague, and Davion Mitchell, headed to the title game. The trio is known to be doing everything together for a couple of years now. The trio declared the NBA draft last spring, shortly after the Big 12 and NCAA were called off due to the pandemic, but all three are known to be back again. Everyone had their different reasons, but they knew that they had a chance to win the program's first national championship together. His net worth is actually specifically kept private, and most news companies have been unable to figure it out. However, we can assume it is over a couple $1 million, as Jared Butler is having a decent career playing basketball. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to make that like button blue, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do, as it supports us and helps us put out more awesome content. Till then, goodbye.